Imagine ancient Greece, a land of brilliant thinkers and fierce warriors. In 431 BC, Athens and Sparta clashed in the Peloponnesian War. Athens, known for its naval dominance, faced Sparta, a militaristic state. The war would reshape Greek history. Led by Pericles, Athens used its navy to control the seas. Sparta invaded Attica, hoping to draw Athens into battle. The first year ended in a stalemate, but a new enemy, a plague, would soon tip the scales. Before the devastating arrival of the plague, Athens stood as a beacon of culture and progress. The city was a hub of trade, philosophy, and art. Its citizens enjoyed unprecedented freedoms and democracy. Thinkers like Socrates and artists like Sophocles thrived. The Athenian navy controlled the Aegean Sea. Their triremes were unmatched in speed. This naval power established a powerful empire. The city's wealth was evident in its structures. The Acropolis symbolized Athenian power. Athens was the envy of the Greek world. However, this golden age was about to end. In the summer of 430 BC, a little over a year into the Peloponnesian War, a devastating plague struck Athens. It arrived silently, carried by trade ships returning from the eastern Mediterranean. The origins of the disease remain uncertain, but its effects were swift and brutal, spreading rapidly through the densely populated city. The plague, with its horrifying symptoms, terrorized the Athenian population. Victims suffered from high fever, inflamed throats, and violent coughs. Their skin erupted in painful boils and lesions. The disease attacked the digestive system, causing vomiting and diarrhea. In its final stages, the plague induced delirium and agonizing death. The Athenian people were caught completely off guard. Their physicians, despite their best efforts, had no cure for this unknown and relentless enemy. The plague's arrival exposed the vulnerability of even the most powerful city-states to the invisible threats of disease. Fear and panic spread through the crowded streets as the invisible enemy tightened its grip on Athens. Section 4. A city in mourning, death and despair in Athens. The plague's impact on Athens was devastating, both in terms of human life and morale. The city, designed to withstand sieges and military assaults, became a breeding ground for the disease. Overcrowding within the city walls, a consequence of Pericles' defensive strategy, only amplified the plague's deadly reach. The plague did not discriminate, striking down rich and poor, young and old alike. The city's streets, once bustling with life and commerce, became open-air morgues. The stench of death permeated the air as bodies piled up faster than they could be buried. The cries of the sick and dying echoed through the once vibrant city. The plague's relentless assault shattered the morale of the Athenian people. Fear and suspicion replaced the optimism and vitality that had once characterized Athenian society. Traditional funeral rites were abandoned as the sheer number of dead overwhelmed the city's capacity to cope. The plague's grip on Athens was absolute, leaving a trail of death, despair, and shattered dreams in its wake. Section 5. Weakening the walls, political and military fallout. Beyond the immediate human cost, the plague had far-reaching consequences for Athens' political and military standing. The city's leadership, already strained by the war effort, was decimated by the disease. Prominent leaders, including Pericles himself, succumbed to the plague, leaving a void in leadership and experience. The plague also ravaged the ranks of the Athenian military. The disease, spreading rapidly through the close quarters of ships and barracks, weakened the very forces that were crucial for Athens' defense. The Athenian navy, once the symbol of their might, was crippled by the loss of experienced rowers and sailors. The plague's impact extended beyond the immediate loss of life, eroding the social and political fabric of Athenian society. Fear and suspicion bred distrust, leading to accusations and scapegoating. The plague's impact on Athens' military and political strength was profound, undermining their ability to wage war effectively and shaking the foundations of their democracy. Section 6. The Spartan Shadow: Indirect Gains and Opportunities. While Athens reeled from the devastating effects of the plague, Sparta, though not directly affected by the disease, was not unscathed. The Spartans, wary of the plague's contagious nature, avoided direct engagement with Athens. However, the unfolding tragedy in Athens presented Sparta with strategic opportunities. The Spartans, observing the weakening of their adversary, seized the opportunity to bolster their forces and rally their allies. The plague, by weakening Athens' grip on its empire, emboldened Spartan allies and sparked rebellions among Athenian subject states. The balance of power, once firmly in Athenian hands, began to shift. The Spartans, recognizing the strategic importance of Athenian naval power, focused on equipping their own fleet, hoping to challenge Athenian dominance at sea. The plague, though not a weapon forged in Sparta, had become an unexpected ally, weakening Athens and paving the way for a Spartan resurgence. Section 7. The turning tide, shifting sands of power. The plague that ravaged Athens in 430 BC proved to be a pivotal turning point in the Peloponnesian War. Though the war raged on for another 2 decades, the plague's impact on Athens' strength and morale was irreversible. The city, once a beacon of hope and progress, was left a shadow of its former self. Sparta, capitalizing on Athens' weakened state, eventually emerged victorious from the conflict. The war's end marked the decline of Athenian power and the rise of Spartan hegemony in the Greek world. The plague, though a natural disaster, had profoundly altered the course of history. The story of the plague of Athens serves as a poignant reminder of the capricious nature of history and the profound impact that seemingly unrelated events can have on the fate of